What happens when a world-famous celebrity mocks a homeless artist on the streets? What begins as an act of humiliation turns into a breathtaking story of resilience, redemption, and an artistic journey that leaves everyone speechless. From the cold sidewalks of a city to the grand walls of an art gallery, this is a tale of talent that couldn't be ignored and a lesson one man will never forget. Stick around to witness how a single moment changed both of their lives forever. On a chilly evening in Los Angeles, the streets of downtown were bustling with life. Among the chaos, Sophia, a 28-year-old homeless artist, sat quietly on the sidewalk, surrounded by her canvas and paints. Despite her worn-out clothes and tired face, her work radiated an undeniable beauty. Her vibrant paintings captured scenes of hope, love, and resilience, reflections of the life she dreamed of escaping into. Sophia wasn't just painting for survival. She painted for a chance to be seen. Passers-by occasionally tossed coins into her jar, but most walked by without a glance. Still, she never stopped. Her hands worked tirelessly, turning old scraps of canvas into masterpieces. That same night, a sleek black car pulled up near the corner where Sophia sat. Out stepped Snoop Dogg, surrounded by his entourage. Dressed in a flashy gold jacket and designer shades, he exuded confidence and swagger. He was in town for a private party at a nearby rooftop lounge. As Snoop walked down the street, Sophia's paintings caught his eye. Curious, he slowed down and his entourage followed suit. Sophia, noticing the group's interest, mustered the courage to speak. "Hi there," she said softly, holding up one of her best pieces, a vivid painting of a sunset over a cityscape. "This one's for sale. I call it Dreams of Tomorrow. It's $50. Snoop chuckled, shaking his head. $50 for that? Come on now, you serious?" Sophia's face flushed, but she nodded. "I put my heart into it. Art isn't just about the price. It's about what it makes you feel." One of Snoop's entourage laughed. "Man, this ain't no art gallery. This is the sidewalk." The group erupted into laughter, and Snoop smirked, glancing at the painting again. "Look, I respect the hustle," he said, "but this ain't worth no $50. You need to try harder." Sophia lowered the painting, her hands trembling. She tried to keep her composure, but the humiliation stung deeply. "Thank you for your feedback," she said quietly, turning back to her easel. As the group walked away, one of Snoop's entourage tossed a $5 bill into her jar and said, "Here for effort." The group burst into laughter again before disappearing into the night. Sophia stared at the $5 bill, tears welling in her eyes. But as she looked at her unfinished canvas, her resolve hardened. "This isn't the end," she whispered to herself. That night, as Snoop partied in the luxury rooftop lounge, Sophia worked tirelessly under the streetlights, her brush moving with newfound determination. She had no idea that this moment of humiliation would soon set the stage for a journey that would change both their lives forever. The night after Snoop Dogg's humiliation, Sophia couldn't sleep. The laughter of his entourage echoed in her mind, but instead of breaking her, it ignited a fire within her. She sat on the cold pavement, finishing the sunset painting she had tried to sell. By dawn, it was complete, a radiant blend of oranges, reds, and purples that seemed to glow on the canvas. "This one's not going on the sidewalk," she whispered to herself. Sophia borrowed a friend's phone at the local shelter and uploaded a photo of her painting to a social media platform. Alongside the image, she wrote, "Last night, a group of people laughed at me when I tried to sell this painting. They said it wasn't worth anything. But I believe art is priceless, and every artist deserves to be seen. This is my heart on canvas. If you believe in dreams, please share this." She hit post, unsure if anyone would care. At first, nothing happened, but by the next day, her post had started to gain traction. People from around the city began commenting. "This is stunning. Do you have more paintings? Don't let anyone tell you your art isn't worth it. Keep going. You're inspiring so many of us." Within days, her post went viral. Influencers and art lovers began sharing her story. A prominent art blogger even wrote an article titled, "The Homeless Artist Who's Painting a Brighter Future." Sophia's name started trending, and her inbox was flooded with messages from people wanting to buy her work. A gallery owner named Lisa Carter, known for showcasing underrepresented artists, reached out with an offer. "Sophia, your story and art have moved me. I'd love to host an exhibit for your work at my gallery next month." As news of Sophia's rising fame spread, strangers began showing up at her sidewalk corner to support her. They bought her paintings, brought her supplies, and even donated money to help her find a stable place to live. One evening, a young woman handed her a new set of professional paintbrushes. "You're showing the world that talent doesn't need a fancy address," she said. Sophia's heart swelled with gratitude. For the first time in years, she felt truly seen. Meanwhile, back in his mansion, Snoop scrolled through his social media feed. He stopped when he saw Sophia's now viral post. The image of the painting he had dismissed was everywhere, accompanied by thousands of comments praising her talent. His eyebrows raised as he read one comment. "If Snoop Dogg ever sees this, I hope he realizes how wrong he was to laugh at her." Another comment hit even harder. "Sophia's art is worth more than any chain or car Snoop could ever buy." Snoop leaned back in his chair, feeling a mix of confusion and unease. "Man," he muttered, "this is blowing up more than I thought." Denise, his publicist, called him minutes later. "Snoop, we need to talk. This artist you brushed off, she's becoming a national story. People are calling you out, saying you disrespected her." Snoop frowned. "What do they want me to do?" "Make it right," Denise said firmly. Sophia's name was now everywhere, and her first gallery exhibit was just weeks away. But as her fame grew, so did the whispers about her humiliating encounter with Snoop Dogg. The pressure was mounting, and all eyes were on Snoop to see if he would address the situation, or let it tarnish his reputation. Weeks flew by, and Sophia's life transformed before her eyes. From a cold sidewalk to the warm walls of an art gallery, her paintings were now displayed with care and pride. The gallery owner, Lisa Carter, had curated a stunning collection, featuring Sophia's best work. Each piece told a story of pain, hope, and resilience, and the exhibit was fittingly titled, "Dreams of Tomorrow." On the night of the grand opening, the gallery was packed. People from all walks of life came to see the art and meet the woman behind the viral story. Cameras flashed as reporters jotted down notes, capturing Sophia's inspiring rise. Dressed in a simple but elegant dress donated by a local supporter, Sophia stood nervously in the corner. She couldn't believe how far she had come. "This is all so surreal," she whispered to Lisa, who stood beside her with a reassuring smile. "You earned this, Sophia," Lisa said. "Enjoy the moment." Meanwhile, across town, Snoop Dogg sat in his sprawling living room, scrolling through his phone. Social media was buzzing with posts about Sophia's gallery opening. Photos of her paintings, smiling fans, and heartfelt captions filled his feed. His publicist, Denise, sat across from him, arms crossed. "You know what you need to do, Snoop," she said. Snoop let out a deep sigh. "Yeah, I know. But showing up now? Won't that look fake?" "It'll look worse if you don't," Denise replied bluntly. "People already know you were part of her story. This is your chance to own it and make things right." After a long pause, Snoop finally nodded. "All right, let's go." As Sophia greeted guests and thanked them for their support, murmurs began to ripple through the gallery. Heads turned toward the entrance, where none other than Snoop Dogg had just walked in. He wasn't wearing his usual flashy outfit. Instead, he was dressed in a simple black hoodie and jeans, a humble look that contrasted sharply with his usual larger-than-life persona. Sophia froze when she saw him. The humiliation from their first encounter flashed through her mind, but so did the overwhelming support that had followed. She straightened her shoulders and approached him. "Snoop Dogg," she said, her tone calm but firm. "What brings you here?" Snoop removed his sunglasses, his expression sincere. "I came to apologize," he said, "and to see your work the way it should have been seen the first time." The gallery went silent as everyone watched the exchange. Snoop looked directly at Sophia, his voice steady but humble. "I messed up," he admitted. "I didn't see your worth when I should have. But seeing what you've done, how your art speaks to people, it's clear I was wrong. You've got real talent, and I want to support that." Sophia stared at him, her emotions a mix of surprise and cautious acceptance. "It wasn't just about the art," she said. "It was about respect. That's all I wanted." Snoop nodded. "I get that now. And I want to do more than just say sorry. I want to help you keep doing what you're doing." Snoop pulled out a check and handed it to Sophia. "This is for you," he said. "Consider it an investment in your future. Use it to get a proper studio, supplies, whatever you need to keep creating." Sophia hesitated, glancing at the check. The amount was staggering. $100,000. The room erupted in applause as Sophia accepted the gesture. "Thank you," she said, her voice trembling. "Not just for this, but for showing that people can change." The gallery buzzed with excitement as Snoop toured the exhibit, admiring Sophia's work. Cameras captured the unlikely pair talking and even laughing together. But as the night ended, one question lingered. Was this the beginning of something even bigger? The gallery opening was just the beginning of Sophia's journey. The story of her rise from homelessness to a celebrated artist, combined with Snoop Dogg's public apology and support, spread like wildfire. News outlets called it a story of redemption and resilience, and social media couldn't stop talking about the unlikely partnership. For Sophia, life had completely changed. With the $100,000 from Snoop and the money earned from her paintings, she rented a small studio downtown and began working on larger, more ambitious pieces. But she knew her journey wasn't just about her success. It was about helping others like her. A week after the gallery opening, Sophia sat in her new studio, brainstorming ways to give back. She called Snoop and asked for a meeting. Intrigued, Snoop agreed, and the two met at a cafe in the heart of the city. "I don't want to just make art," Sophia said, her voice filled with determination. "I want to create something bigger, something that helps other struggling artists find their voice." "What are you thinking?" Snoop asked, leaning forward. "A foundation," Sophia replied. "A place where homeless and low-income artists can get supplies, training, and a platform to share their work. I know what it's like to feel invisible, and I want to make sure no one else feels that way." Snoop nodded thoughtfully. "I like that. You've got the vision, and I've got the resources. Let's make it happen." Over the next few months, Sophia and Snoop worked tirelessly to launch the Dreams Unseen Foundation, an organization dedicated to empowering underprivileged artists. The foundation provided free art supplies, mentorship programs, and even gallery space to showcase their work. The launch event was held in Sophia's new studio, which had been transformed into a vibrant space filled with art from aspiring creators. The walls were lined with paintings, drawings, and sculptures, each piece telling its own story of struggle and triumph. Snoop stood beside Sophia as she addressed the crowd. "Art saved me when I had nothing," she said, her voice trembling with emotion. "And now, thanks to all of you, we can help others find hope through creativity." Despite the overwhelming support for the foundation, there were skeptics who questioned Snoop's intentions. Some accused him of using the foundation as a PR stunt to repair his image after the initial humiliation of Sophia. During a live interview, a reporter asked Snoop directly, "Some people say you're only involved in this foundation to fix your reputation. What do you have to say about that?" Snoop's expression hardened. "People can say what they want," he replied, "but actions speak louder than words. I made a mistake, and I'm owning it by helping Sophia and others like her. This isn't about me. It's about giving back to the community." Sophia, who was sitting beside him, added, "Snoop didn't have to do any of this. He could have walked away after the gallery, but he didn't. He's been here every step of the way, helping me build something real. That's what matters." Despite the criticism, the foundation gained massive support. Donations poured in, allowing them to expand their reach. Sophia began hosting workshops for aspiring artists, while Snoop used his platform to raise awareness about homelessness and the importance of supporting creative expression. One particularly touching moment came when a 14-year-old girl named Maria, who had been living in a shelter with her family, painted her first piece at one of the foundation's workshops. Her artwork, a vivid depiction of a sunrise, was displayed at a small gallery event, where it sold for $1,000. Maria tearfully thanked Sophia and Snoop. "You gave me a chance when no one else would," she said. "You helped me believe in myself." As the foundation grew, so did Sophia's dreams. She approached Snoop with another idea, taking the foundation's mission nationwide. "This is just the beginning," she said. "We can help so many more people if we expand." Snoop smiled. "You're thinking big, and I like that. Let's do it." But little did they know, challenges were on the horizon, ones that would test their partnership and the foundation's future. With the Dreams Unseen Foundation growing rapidly, Sophia and Snoop Dogg began planning their next big move, taking the foundation nationwide. Their mission was simple yet powerful: to provide struggling artists everywhere with the tools and platforms they needed to share their creativity. But as the foundation gained momentum, the challenges only grew. A month after announcing their plans to expand, the foundation faced its first major setback: funding. While donations had poured in initially, the costs of setting up new centers, hiring staff, and purchasing supplies were overwhelming. Some critics began to resurface, questioning whether the foundation could sustain itself in the long run. To make matters worse, a viral article accused Snoop Dogg of using the foundation for personal gain, claiming that his involvement was purely performative. The headline read, "Dreams Unseen or Dreams Exploited?" Sophia was devastated when she saw the article. Sitting in her studio, she called Snoop. "People are saying this isn't real," she said, her voice shaking. "That we're just putting on a show." Snoop sighed deeply. "Sophia, you know the truth. Let them talk. We've got work to do." Determined to prove their critics wrong, Sophia and Snoop decided to host a massive nationwide fundraiser, a televised art showcase featuring stories from the artists they had helped. Sophia poured her heart into the project, interviewing dozens of artists whose lives had been transformed by the foundation. From Maria, the 14-year-old painter who found hope through art, to Marcus, a former street performer who had been given a chance to exhibit his work, every story was a testament to the foundation's impact. Snoop used his influence to bring in celebrity friends, musicians, and influencers to participate. "This ain't just about raising money," he said during a planning meeting. "It's about showing the world what's possible when you give people a chance." On the night of the fundraiser, millions tuned in to watch the live broadcast. The stage was set in a grand theater, decorated with vibrant artwork from foundation artists. Sophia opened the event with a heartfelt speech. 3 months ago, I was painting on a sidewalk, invisible to the world," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "But today, because someone believed in me, I'm standing here, sharing the stage with artists who have stories just like mine. This is proof that art can change lives." The program featured live painting demonstrations, musical performances, and video testimonials from artists who had been helped by the foundation. When it was Snoop's turn to speak, he walked onto the stage to a standing ovation. "I'll be real with y'all," he said. "I almost missed out on one of the greatest artists I've ever seen because I was too busy judging instead of listening. Sophia taught me that everyone deserves a chance to shine, and now, we're here to make sure no artist goes unseen again." By the end of the night, the fundraiser had raised over $5 million, enough to open new centers in 6 cities. As the foundation expanded, so did its impact. New centers opened in cities like New York, Chicago, and Atlanta, each one buzzing with creativity and hope. Sophia and Snoop became a symbol of redemption and resilience, inspiring countless others to step up for the underprivileged. In a surprise move, Snoop announced that he would donate a percentage of his future tour earnings to the foundation. "This isn't just Sophia's dream," he said during a press conference. "It's mine too now." Sophia, for her part, continued to mentor young artists, helping them find their voices just as she had found hers. 1 year later, at the grand opening of the foundation's largest center in Los Angeles, Sophia stood on stage with Snoop by her side. The center was bustling with activity, artists painting, sculpting, and performing in every corner. Sophia looked out at the crowd and smiled. "This all started because someone laughed at me," she said. "But instead of letting that break me, I let it fuel me. And because of that moment, we're standing here today, proving that everyone deserves a chance to be seen." Snoop nodded, adding, "It's not about where you come from or what you've been through. It's about where you're going and how you can bring others with you." The crowd erupted into applause as balloons filled the air, and the Dreams Unseen Foundation officially opened its doors to thousands more artists. Sophia's journey from a homeless artist to a leader of a national movement became a story told around the world. The foundation not only transformed lives, but also reminded people of the power of second chances, the value of art, and the importance of seeing the potential in everyone. As Sophia and Snoop stood together, looking at the bustling center they had built, Sophia turned to him and said, "It's funny how life works. That moment on the sidewalk, it hurt, but without it, none of this would have happened." Snoop smiled. "Sometimes the hardest moments lead to the best stories. And this is just the beginning. This incredible story shows the legacy. The power of resilience, redemption, and the impact of believing in others." What did you think of Sophia's journey and Snoop's transformation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll do my best to reply. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories that remind us of the good we can create together. See you in the next video.